Hello, my name is Sarah Torchia. I'm a sports scientist, I'm a researcher, I'm a mom, and I'm an avid runner. I'm currently on my third postpartum running journey after welcoming 3 boys in the last 5 years, with my youngest being 13 months. First, a thank you to Ryan for inviting me onto this platform during your TCS Toronto Waterfront Marathon Women's Training Program. I'm excited for you all to line up at that start line October 20th. The majority of my career has been spent in elite sport, working to develop elite athletes at the pinnacle of their career, whether that be for an Olympics, a World Championships, or an NCAA team. My other side is rooted in research, where my current role is exploring athlete engagement and the clothing we wear, specifically around sports bras. For example, how one's access can affect your prolonged engagement in physical activity. With that being said, I'll be giving you an overview today on how sports bra development and breast biomechanics can affect your physical activity levels. As a quick disclaimer, while I do work for a sports bra manufacturer from my 9 to 5, I'm speaking to you today as a researcher, without bias or preference to a specific brand or bra. As part of my contributing research to the field, your breast movement is unique to you. It's like a fingerprint. So for what works for me, regardless of size, will be a very different experience for you. There's also some clear attributes regarding sports bras which can help ensure you're setting yourself up for success on your own running journey. Good luck. So I wouldn't be a researcher if I didn't put together a PowerPoint presentation for you. So here we are, the implications of sports bras during return to run postpartum. Before we dive into the specifics, let's cover a 60-second history lesson on sports bras. In 1962, Bobby Gibb was the first woman to unofficially run the Boston Marathon. She did so in his bathing suit, as that was all that was available to her at the time. In 1967, Catherine Schweitzer was the first official female to enter the Boston. It had been all male for 70 years prior. In 1975, we have the introduction of the first sports bra. It was an intentional tennis bra by Glamorize. Finally, in 1977, the Jock bra. It was the world's first sports bra for females. And Lisa Lindahl and Polly Smith, who were employees at the University in Vermont, were frustrated with the fact that their male running partners could take off their shirt at the end of a run to cool down, while they were stuck wearing bras that slipped off their shoulders and dug into their back. At this point, they decided to create a solution. It didn't make much progress until Lindahl's then husband grabbed his jockstrap and held it over his chest, joking that he had found the solution. Well, the jock bra was invented and sold to a company nowadays known as Champion. This was one of the original advertisements from 1977. Basic breast anatomy will also provide some insight into why it's so important for the breast to be supported properly during activity. There are some specific structures which provide support to the breast, most notably the Cooper's ligaments. If you're looking at the diagram, it's the blue lines that run from the chest wall to just below the skin. There are also ligaments which run the circumference of the breast where it adjoins to the chest wall. An encapsulation bra style will mimic these ligaments. Lastly, there's the overlaying skin. During times of breast tissue fluctuation, which could be cycle-induced, pregnancy-induced, breastfeeding-induced, the volume of the breast tissue changes, whereas the structure which supports it remains the same. The average pregnancy increases a woman's bust size upwards of 2 volumes, and breastfeeding can show daily fluctuations of 3 volumes. So, previously, your pre-pregnancy size and bras may be sufficient. You may now be overloading both the internal structures, which are the ligaments, and your external structure, your sports bra, while running. Your breast moves 30 to 60 kilometers per hour during running. It's pretty important to ensure you are supporting these structures properly. We've come a long way from wearing bathing suits or jockstraps, but the reality is there's still very few choices for women when it comes to sports bras. Current state allows us to choose between 2 fundamental bras, a compression style or an encapsulation style. One compresses and holds your breast tissue to the chest wall in an effort to stop independent moving of the breast, where one envelops your breast and controls the movement through attempted reduction in speed and distance the breast travels. Compression bras are simple construction and treats your breast as one, whereas the encapsulation bra supports your breast individually and is high construction. The majority of run-specific bras in the market are encapsulation bras. This allows the breast to move with your body through your running gait, as opposed to having the motion stopped via a compression bra. So, where I have spent a lot of my time in my career is the biomechanics of the breast movement. Breasts move in 3 different planes. They move either up and down, in and out, or side to side. We can also measure the movement in different variables. So that will be the distance traveled, the speed at which the breast is moving, or the acceleration, which would be the rate of change of speed that the breast is moving. And the goal of sports bras are to minimize the movement and reduce discomfort during activity. Bra sizing is imperative. The bra-breast combo of the intended size will provide you with the best comfort. You don't run in shoes 2 sizes too small, but routinely individuals make the assumption that a bra 2 sizes too small may provide them increased support. Unfortunately, this generally just leads to shoulder discomfort, chafing, and constricted breathing. It's very similar when people layer 2 sports bras over top of one another. Bras are made with very specific size intentions and are tested as such. Just previously with the biomechanics, we will test a bra in the intended size to ensure that it is minimizing the movement of the breast to an adequate level to be deemed either a low, medium, or high support bra. Sizing is available in 4 different metrics. You might see alpha sizing, where we have an extra small or an extra small to an extra large. Numeric sizing, which would be a 0 to say a 14 and upwards of a 24. We have alpha sizing, which could be seen as say like a 6B or a 10D. And then you have cup and band sizing, which is mostly seen during our everyday bras, but also sold for sports bras. Please ensure that you're being open to trying different sizes, using staff in store to get good measurements on the bras, and be open to something new. It's also very important to know where you're purchasing bras from. As a general rule of thumb, Canadian companies follow the UK size metric, where US-based follow their own. If you've ever noticed there are companies that do a triple D or an E, they're actually the same size. It just depends where you're buying the bras from. Further, in Australia and New Zealand, they have their own sizing metric, so does Asia and Eastern Europe. Further, sister sizing can be even more complicated, and without diving all the way into it, it comes into play when we think about where the breast tissue is and how it's distributed on the body. There are many ways in which breast tissue can be situated, as well as how your rib cage fluctuates. For an example, if you're a 34D and you purchase a 32 double D, it's pretty much the same size bra. Just the underband might be different, and where those cups are placed on it may be different. The chart just under my title here shows you that say you are a 36A. You could also buy a 30D and it would be the identical cup volume. It's just where those cups are placed on the underband that creates a different size. So, to jump into some hard facts, despite the selection of bras in market, 1/3 of runners experience breast discomfort. And 50% of those report negative performance outcomes due to that breast discomfort. It means we're thinking about it, we're distracted about it, we're unhappy during our runs. 41% of female athletes, bra size will change throughout a competitive season. And further, 17% of female bra sizes will change throughout their menstrual cycle. So that means you might need 1 or 2 different size bras in your drawer to accommodate your breasts throughout the cycle. The larger someone's breasts are, the greater discomfort is proportionately. Now, if you've just gone through pregnancy, if you are nursing, you know that your breasts have increased size. You're probably feeling them a lot more during this phase of life than prior to pregnancy, and that's normal. But we also have to be supporting them adequately. Breasts are heavy, like they're really heavy. A small breast is going to be about 0.5 pounds, so that might be somebody in a B cup. Where if we're looking at the HI range, we're upwards of 2 pounds per breast. We also know that one's posture will affect the hormones fluctuating throughout your body. We know that even 2 minutes sitting in a slouched forward position, you're going to have a release of cortisol in your body. That's a stress hormone, and it's not going to want to promote physical activity for you. You're going to not want to get up and do your activity. So the more that we can be comfortable, the more that we can be supported, the more that we can have great posture, the more we're going to want to get out there and do the physical activity. So how can all of this information help? In a bit of a summary, I want you to take away that every single person is an individual, and what works for you will not work for the woman running beside you. Sizing. 85% of women are in the wrong size. Please read the label for the size and tension. So many times I see women in the wrong size and tension. And that's tricky. We think about our old school compression bras that we've all worn over the years, and maybe, say, a Nike Pro. It's actually designed for a C cup. You could be an A in there and not actually getting any support, or you could be a double D and not even realize it, and you've overloaded that bra. I want you to try them on. Every brand has a different sizing metric, and depending where you're buying the bras, a completely different metric. You may be shocked at the differences in sizing. Buy for the intention. A run bra is a specific for running. There's so much more componentry and so much more thought and effort into a run bra than a standard everyday bra. Replace your bras when you replace your shoes. Think about how often you replace your hair elastics or your scrunchies. It's the same material in them that's giving that recoil and that elasticity to the bra. Make sure that you are staying up to date on those undergarments and are replacing them. Wash your bras and lay them flat to dry. This will prolong your life. Trying to keep them out of the dryer will certainly help you maintain the bras.